All right, we're going to get started here with Nebraska women's basketball coach Amy Williams. Coach Williams, if you'd like to make an opening statement, then we will open it up for questions.
I'm obviously disappointed that we had our first loss at home, and we've been trying to make a special effort to protect home court, and we've been really good here. And so, it's a tough loss, but, there were a lot of things. I thought we got some great shots in the fourth quarter, but we were 3 for 21. Just couldn't find a way to put the ball in the basket down the stretch. And, but frankly, we talked in the locker room after the game about the fact that, for us, 71 points needs to be enough. And, we felt like defensively we had a let up there in the second quarter. We gave up 29 points in the second quarter, and that's something that really sparked them, and we need to be better throughout the game.
All right, we'll get started with questions here. Remember, if you have a question, just put it in the chat, and I will call on you as they come in. We will get things started with Derek Peterson from Hail Varsity.
Amy, you mentioned the shooting in the fourth quarter. What do you attribute the struggles there to? Was it tired legs or was it something else?
I think that we could try to, find any excuse that we possibly can, but the truth is our situation is what it is, and we've been practicing with, with having to handle the load that we've been having to handle. I thought we just got good shots, and they kind of rimmed out here or there, and we made hustle plays. One of the reasons why I don't want to, use the excuse of tired legs is because I'm watching us chase down offensive rebounds and making hustle plays and kick it back out and get great shots, and they're just kind of rimming out, and so I feel like the effort and energy was still there, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes the ball's going to rim out, and you have to be able to hang your hat on defense and rebounding, and there were just a few stretches that we kind of let up in that area, and I think that's really what probably sealed the deal.
Brent Wagner, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Minnesota made 15 3-pointers. Did you make adjustments defensively on that as the game went on and they kept hitting threes?
Yeah, I don't think we probably made quite the adjustments we needed to when you see Godiva Hubbard who hit several threes in the fourth quarter there. So it was something where I think for in their credit, it seemed like there were certain stretches of the game where Sarah Scalia was really sparking them and hit a couple threes, and then it would switch over and Jasmine Powell hit a few, and then in the fourth quarter it was really Godiva Hubbard, and all three of those guards really stepped in and contributed. So it wasn't, you just need to adjust to this one player, or it was kind of a team effort on their part, and lots of people contributing from behind the arc, and so it's something that we need to learn from.
Amy, could you talk about the second quarter and Minnesota's offensive rebounding and the impact that had on the game?
Yeah. I think there was for sure one play in particular that I just can remember vividly, that Sissoko came running in there and just flying out of nowhere, grabbed an offensive rebound, they kicked it out, and bam, they hit a three. And those types of plays are really, when you've got something going and you've got a 10-point lead and things like that, those are just, games that give teams confidence. And, we've talked about it, is that, when you give up offensive rebounds, it's the other team kind of turns into the shark in bloody waters, and they start to get a taste of that, and they keep coming, and I just thought that's kind of what happened, is they got on a roll there in that second quarter with some of those offensive boards.
Derek Peterson, Hail Varsity.
Yeah, you guys had won 4 of your last 5 coming into this. You had 3 wins over ranked opponents. What did you think was the mood or the morale in the locker room? Like, did it feel like the team was disappointed with this one, or like where were you guys at in the locker room after the game?
Well, yeah, I mean, most certainly, Derek. This team doesn't want to lose, so there's definitely a sense of disappointment, no doubt about it. But I think the biggest thing is that we know that wins, losses, ultimately our focus is on becoming the best version of ourselves, and we know the things that we're stacked up against, and we know the things, we were very well aware that, Minnesota's really putting the pieces together, and as they've added some people into their rotation and been able to go deeper and play people in normal, true positions, that they've started to kind of put things together and start clicking, and that they were going to be a very dangerous foe. That's something that we need to continue to work on doing for ourselves, is finding ways to keep getting better. And so right now, I think that's the focus of our team, and we're going to try as hard as we can not to let the wins make us too high or the losses take us too low, and just stay focused on doing what we need to do to put in the work to keep becoming better.
A question from Donnie Woods, World Exposure.
Hello, Coach. Speaking of pieces that different colleges are adding, when do you think Cooley will be able to play, and what do you expect from her when she's able to play?
Yeah, Donnie, we're just going to take that just a day at a time. And it's just a unique situation this year. I know we've started to kind of see mid-year enrollees across the country in our sport, which is something you don't generally see. But the circumstances of this season have kind of put us in a position where that's a viable option for many players. And so we're excited that Kendall's able to kind of join us, and mostly just to give her the opportunity to start making that transition to college basketball, and gaining strength, gaining knowledge of our system and her teammates. And so we're just going to play it kind of day by day. With I don't really want to put a whole lot of projections on when she'll get her first game minutes or how that's going to look just yet, until we get her through all of her medical protocols and she's able to really be in practice for a while and get a feel for her team and teammates.
Derek Peterson, Hail Varsity.
Do you feel like you have a firm idea of when you'll have Izzy back, or is she kind of just day to day, like you said midweek last week?
Yeah, it really is just a day-to-day type of situation, and the best thing about Izzy is I know that she is an incredibly tough competitor, and it's absolutely killing her to not be out there with her teammates. And so I've been watching her just be as diligent as somebody possibly could be about trying to do what she needs to do to get back with us. I know she's watching Sam kind of fight out there, and that's her roommate, and she wants to be back out there going to battle with her. And so we're going to do what we can to we want her back out there, but we also want to do the right thing to make sure that she's ready to go and going to be safe with that.
All right. If there's no other questions for the group, we will conclude. Coach Williams, and we will have Sam Hybe in a moment.